Every single day, we get some man coming on the internet or using his mic to let women know how much our accomplishments or successes don't matter. This tweet from Jess Peckett says, please keep telling this to women. Let them know that all men value in a woman is their ability for a moment to satiate men's lust for children. Let them know men value nothing of our thoughts, dreams, interests, or accomplishments, that they aren't people and will be discarded. Women are an appliance. We're an incubator. We're a bangmaid, some kind of robot. They do not respect our humanity, and they let us know this every single day. It gets tiresome, but women need to know this and like drill it into your head so that you stop seeking the validation or giving an F about their opinions, because their opinions doesn't matter, and they have let us know that we're replaceable, and they have shown time and time again that we are like a disposable appliance. That's the reason why I use the term wife appliance. As soon as they get ready to discard you, they will. So that is why it's important to have some kind of foundation to where you will be able to survive regardless of marital status. Let's look closer at what Andrew says. He says, dear women, I'm only trying to help. None of your professional or personal accomplishments matter to men. It's a hard biological reality that there is only one thing that women have that matters to men, and it's fleeting. Here today, gone tomorrow. So you are unimportant. All of us age, period. So even the woman that is being coveted today, 25, whatever, you're being coveted. You're going to, if you keep living, get to 35, 45. It's just inevitable as long as you keep living. So if you choose to not accomplish anything and are just available to just be discarded, then you have nothing to fall back on. And that's the reason why 900 says you're right. Women should have professional achievements so that they're able to sustain themselves after they are discarded due to their age. That's a great reminder for young women. Men are superficial, so make sure you can support yourself as you inevitably age. All of us will inevitably age. That's just a fact of life as long as you don't die. So if you know that men say this, they say this to us loud and clear. We are disposable. We will be discarded. Our youth is fleeting. Our looks are fleeting. Make sure that you can survive regardless of what a male thinks of you, because you need to survive regardless. You need to eat regardless. So having the capacity to take care of yourself is so important. And I'm just going to keep reminding us women of this. It needs to be something that is drilled into our heads daily, at least weekly, at least 4 times a week. We have to remember men's opinions don't matter. Be able to survive regardless of a man's opinion. All right, so Jess says, let women know that men are not capable of loving women, and that window of feigned appreciation and devotion will slam shut with the great cruelty and abuse. That if they aren't discarded, they will be punished for aging, changing, existing beyond looking like teens. What a marriage will be. Let your daughters know this lack of value applies to them too. Their hopes, dreams, talents, and curiosities are an annoying attempt at humanization, and their real purpose is to be some other man's object to be abused and discarded. Let them know who their father is, so that when men ask why women are no longer marrying and reproducing, they can remind you of your rare honesty and thank you for sparing them that pain. Voltron Sharknet says, yep, tell them to accomplish whatever they want. And if they find a man who can deal with it, great. But if not, they won't be stuck with someone who leaves them with nothing when they dare to age. Also, they are still light years out of his league and will always be. I wonder when women will graduate to being humans with humanity and our own beliefs and accomplishments and achievements in men's eyes. I wonder when we'll graduate to that. But until such day, don't worry about what they have to say. And what I'm happy for as far as women, we are disregarding. We're going to school at a wonderful rate while they are failing and flailing. And I just want women to keep doing this. Keep putting off having babies for right now. Matter of fact, it would be a great place to insert this. The birth rate among 15 to 29-year-olds are the birth rates that are in decline and the main reason for the overall birth rate in the United States. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it because this shows that women are going to college and focusing on ourselves versus being an incubator for these men that let us know that we are disposable. All right, back to some of these tweets. Obsessa Filma says, my father fell in love with my mother specifically for her mind, ambition, drive, and determination to become an academic. The men who taught both of them disrespected or insulted her throughout her postgrad education for thinking she was even able as a woman. So, men that were supposed to be teaching her disrespected her, but she still did it, I guess. Jess Pector says, same. No shade to my mom. I'm sure he thought she was attractive too, but they were always very much in love with what nerds they were. They met teaching, and though they had very different subjects, they admired each other's brilliance in their areas. He was her biggest fan. And then Obsessive Filma says, oh, my mom is objectively a total babe. That was the cherry on top for him. He is as well, but his interest in her sparked at their first meeting when she informed him she wasn't impressed by his British accent and then interrogated him on the thoughts about the IRA. So there are some men who respect a woman's brain and accomplishments and goals. This person at the top says, do these guys honestly think this is how you get a woman? Like, surely no one legitimately thinks telling someone that their personal accomplishments mean nothing will get them the time of day or make someone settle for them. And the one that I want to hone in on is this one that I circled. Men don't age like fine wine. They are simply allowed to age, period. Ageism and misogyny seem to be best friends. They really are. Ageism and misogyny. We're not supposed to get any older despite the fact that we're human and that's what happens. Anyways, I do want to leave it at that. Um, and I'm going to reiterate, men don't age like fine wine. Sometimes you got to remind them of that. And ladies, your accomplishments do matter. Be loud about them. Tell them. Celebrate yourself. And don't worry about the validation of these people. Jump in the comments. Let me know what you think about this one. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. So Jay So Famous took to her Twitter page to say, they about to kick me out the group, ain't it? All right, so here is the screenshot of the post. It says, I just found out that my partner of 9 years has been cheating on me. He even slept with her in our home while I was at work. I just found out that I'm pregnant as well 2 days ago when I went to get an STI check. In our entire relationship, we have never had a pregnancy scare, and I do not want children. I'm an absolute wreck right now. I don't know what to do. We have a trip booked to Bali on Sunday as well. Please help me. And then Jay says, first things first, what state do you live in? Because we can go ahead and get rid of that baby. Now, y'all know that I am pro choice. This woman says, I do not want children. And she found out that her partner of 9 years is cheating. There is absolutely no reason to bring a child into the world with a woman who does not want children and who is with a man who is cheating on her. I know some people are not pro choice. I get that. But why would anyone want a baby to grow up with a woman who does not want kids? I do not know. But let's go to the next screenshot. Okay, so this is the second screenshot that Jay provided. So, like I said, Jay said, first things first, what state do you live in? Because we can go ahead and get rid of that baby. And Beth took exception to that. She says, are you insane? Why would you suggest smorting for someone else? But then the anonymous member who made the post says, I won't be keeping it. I'm in Western Australia. And then Jay responds with, good job, girl. Because like I said before I came to this screenshot, what is the purpose in having a baby? And it's this unstable. She's upset and she doesn't want to have kids. Can you imagine being the child of someone who does not want you and adamantly admitted that she didn't want you? That would be a terrible life. But Jay says, well, my good deed for the day. Let's see what some of the people said under her comment. M says, a girl's girl is supportive of another girl taking control of her life. You did good. We should all be so lucky to have your support. Jay says, thank you. Holly says, I love your first things first attitude. Next thing on the list, we ride at dawn. Until I saw Australia and I'm like, oop, that's too long of a plane ride. Petty and Pink says, dog. That's the first thing that came to my mind. Glennie used this clip saying, why are you booing me? I'm right. BDB says, you are right. Don't bring no child in this world with a man who is being careless about you. She needs to go ahead and go to Bali, enjoy herself, and come back and ditch them all. Honor says, nah, because you handling the most pressing matter first. That ain't something she needs to put off too long, especially in this climate. Catherine says, you wasn't wrong though. I'm glad she followed up and was like, I'm sure not keeping it. B says, why would they? I'd make you an admin if you were in my group. G says, better than me, because all I would have said is, so this, he's throwing baby Simba. He's not just holding him up. He's actually flicking baby Simba. This is a clip from Insecure saying, F them kids. Summertime Sublime says, girl, please, because I'm exactly the same way in those groups with those emotional women. Like, we got things to do. Focus. LOL. So that is what these women say. We are problem solvers. We're not bringing kids into the world that are unwanted. We're just not. We have options. Now I'm going to segue into this one. This pregnant woman found out that her boyfriend of 7 years got into an accident on a secret vacation with her bestie. She paid $6,000 for the vacation and he took the lover instead. She found out, this crying lady found out because they got into a motorcycle accident on vacation and the family made a GoFundMe. I am not going to play this video of this crying lady, but you can find her on TikTok. She is Kristen Kelly. She crying and talking at the same time. I'm not going to play. But here's her caption. My boyfriend of 7 years, Chris, cheated on me with my friend. They used a $6,000 trip that I bought for our family. I'm 34 weeks pregnant with our second child. He told me he was working an hour away for the entire weekend. However, in reality, he left the country with her. Our first daughter was born at 34 weeks, so him being near was very important. Our older daughter is severely autistic and can't be left with a babysitter or a family member. So if I had gone into labor, there literally would have been no one to watch her. While on the trip, Kaylin and Chris were in a motorcycle accident. Her family made a GoFundMe, which is how I found out. For once, a motorcycle accident saved someone's life. So this woman is obviously severely upset. She's crying. She has a kid to take care of, and she's growing another child, which this kind of stress is obviously not good for a child. Cheaters really do suck. Being with a cheater and being pregnant just sounds like a terrible nightmare. And I'm so sad that so many of these women have got to go through this. But I'm going to keep telling these stories because this is another reason why 4B is growing. Women need to see how these mothers are treated, how these wives are treated, so they can think long and hard. Is this something I can do by myself? Because this woman will now be doing this by herself. Had that other woman had a baby, she would be doing this by herself. This woman now has a GoFundMe. She says, help a baddie diaper her girls and get a handicapped minivan. I guess this woman was on a reality show. And she says in the GoFundMe, hello, friends. As many of you know, the father of my children abandoned our family. My daughter, who is 5 years old, is severely autistic. She requires a lot of diapers. I'm also 34 weeks pregnant, and this new baby is also going to require a lot of diapers. I'm also desperately in need of a handicapped minivan. Anything you could do to help my daughters and I out would be amazing. I figured if some lying, home wrecking lady of the night could get $40,000 for crashing a motorcycle and lying, why not ask for help when I truly need it? Please help me afford to diaper my girls and drive them around in a safe vehicle that is equipped to handle my daughter's specific needs. She really gave it to that woman, but this man is the one who absolutely should have been there, but he's the one that lied. So keep your vitriol towards the lying dude who made a baby and then bounced on you. Now, going back to this tweet thread, Jelly Santos says, oh, wow, this just reminded me I got cheated on when I was pregnant. I had totally forgotten about that. And then Mandy was like, how do you totally forget something like that? And she said, I honestly, she said, I have no idea, honestly. I think I was just so focused on raising a baby during the pandemic that eventually the memory kind of faded. And Petty LaBelle says, laughing my butt off, not I had totally forgotten. That's the thing. Women make things, we just make things happen. We just start grinding. We handle our to-do list. We can put our feelings to the back burner for a little bit. Just like that woman that we were just looking at. She's crying, she's upset, but then she's just like, I gotta get into action. I gotta take care of these kids. I can't keep crying over this man for this long. So that's just what women do. But women should not always have to just tough it out. And that's one of the reasons why we have got to just stick and understand, watch what women are saying so that you can know, is this what I really want to do? Stick to your guns if it's not. Don't let anybody guilt you into having a baby, especially when we see that these people can be in or out. They can bounce without a second thought. And it's unfair, but that's just literally how it works with them. All right, let me know what you think about these two stories. Very different stories, but still along the same lines. We got a cheating man, we got two pregnant women, and now we have a soon to be not pregnant woman. So let me know what you think. Like, comment, and share.